Welcome to the Soul Power Experience. Activate your soul power, live your infinite greatness, be your own hero. This is Danny Green, and today you will be learning 10 different self-hypnosis techniques in this 8th session of the Soul Power Experience. So, did you know that you are in a hypnotic state many times during the day? A hypnotic level of brain function is normal. Have you ever driven somewhere and you're so caught up in your thoughts that you're driving automatically? That's a hypnotic state. However, have you ever been so lost in thought that you just kind of have to shake your head awake and realize of your conscious surroundings? Or have you ever watched a movie or TV show and you feel as though you're there, and then when the show's over you realize, oh wait a minute, I'm in a theater, or I'm sitting on my couch or whatever. So sometimes TV can put you in a hypnotic state. That happened to me years ago. I was watching a TV show and there was a courtroom scene and someone committed suicide, and it was depicted so graphically with the slow motion and camera angles that it was just very horrifying to watch. The next morning I woke up just with this sense of dread, like, oh, something horrible has happened and I have to face this day. And then I realized, oh, that's right. That was just a TV show. And I realized, I don't want to watch TV anymore if it impacts me in my brain functions, that deeply. Another thing, did you know that children ages 6 and under are in a constant hypnotic state in order to learn as much as they need to learn and grow as quickly as they grow? Which means, which is why we have to be so careful when we care for our children, because their experiences through the age of 6 are literally downloaded into their subconscious mind. Now, starting in age 7, children can reason through their experiences a little bit more. All right. So I'm going to share with you a diagram that's in your binder, or I've emailed it to you. These are the various brain wave states. And if you were just to look at this graph quickly, you can notice from gamma all the way to delta how much more slowly our brains can function. And isn't that so great to look at those lower levels of brain waves and realize that's why meditation is so good for us. All right, so the first state, the gamma state, is in a very alert state. It's a heightened sense of awareness. It activates the sympathetic nervous system, which controls flight, fight, or freeze response, and in an effort to protect yourself. So this is our highest level of brain activity. Next, going down to beta, this is our normal waking insight stage where we utilize the 5 senses of sight, hearing, taste, touch, smell, and we're attached to our physical surroundings. It allows for conscious thoughts and activities. So, but anytime we close our eyes, we are automatically dropping into that alpha state as we disconnect our conscious mind. So the alpha state is relaxation, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which controls our body relaxation response. We're physically, mentally relaxed with no or little recognition of time or space. This state is also attached to empathy. So if you're considering a situation and just want to, access your heart and what might be more globally true about it, just close your eyes and become more empathetic. And this state, alpha, is how we often are, or you are, in your hypnosis sessions with me. I ask you to, close your eyes and consider the issue or the story that's coming to mind. You're mostly in the alpha state, and you know that in some sessions, clients will open their eyes as soon as they realize something really cool, and that's great. That's fine, but it's also good just to remember to close your eyes again, and I'll remind you. Anyway, the theta state is even a deeper level of relaxation, and the last technique that I'm going to be sharing with you today will put you in theta state, where you can literally program your mind for yourself. There's little or no sense of time or space. You're very relaxed, calm consciousness, deep meditation. And then if you're sleeping, this is literally your dream, your light sleep, your REM sleep state. And then delta is detached awareness. It's your deep, dreamless sleep and complete loss of body awareness because you're asleep. All right, so just to remind you, in hypnosis, we like to be at the alpha level. Sometimes we get down to theta if we need to. All right, moving back now, in your binder, or I have emailed you a list of 9 self-hypnosis techniques. So I'm just going to go over those with you now. And the first one is eye fixation. If you were just to stare at a 45-degree angle, which is slightly up, and then as your eyes get tired, they'll want to close. And when they do close, then you let that sense of relaxation flow through your body. Again, you stare and close, stare and close. If you do that several times for maybe 30 seconds, you'll find that you're in a deeper state of relaxation. And it's so good just to take a little 3-minute relaxation break. Do that with your eyes and then just stay with your eyes closed and relax your body. It's very good for your immune system and your cell function. Another one is a body to fingers anchor. These are body relaxation techniques. And so in this one, I take my 2 fingers and press it against my thumb. And as I'm doing that, I imagine a word calm or any other word that you want to imagine. And I fill my body with calm as I can be, keeping my fingers and thumb pressed together. And the next time you need to be calm, you just do that with your fingers and thumb, and your body will go, oh, right, that means calm. So it's a great way to have a quick relaxation tool. The next one is the ball toss. So I have a weighted ball here. It's a lacrosse ball. And if you were to take a ball and just sit relaxed and throw it hand to hand. Now this one really thumps in my hand, and I can really feel it in my gut area because I need that type of reinforcement as far as being aware of my body. Some of you are really body aware, and a lighter ball would, be more relaxing for you. And so when I first did this technique, I'm throwing the ball back and forth, and then I realized, wait, if you slow it down and throw it slowly from hand to hand, you'll automatically become relaxed. The next one is called finger to palm, and it's actually any finger of your hand. And I want to tell you something I've learned recently, that each of your fingers represent energetically or biologically a different area of your body. So your thumb represents your brain, your index finger is for your liver and gallbladder, your middle finger is for your heart, your ring finger is for your hormones, and your little finger is for digestion. And know that your body's like super smart, so you just need to use your 5 fingers and let your body activate or relax the areas of your body that it's kind of connected to through your nerves. And so this finger to palm technique would be to press any finger on your palm and say 1 on the in breath, 1, and then on the out breath, you can imagine an emotion, a positive emotion, or a color. Anything that will bring a sense of, energy or relaxation to you, depending on what you need. And then on the next breath, 2, you would do that at 2. You'd say 2 on the in breath, and then breathe out a color or a positive emotion. Going through, all 5 fingers on one hand. Then if you want to, you can switch and do the other hand, whatever you have time for. But it's called the finger to palm technique, and letting your body make use of that. Now, moving on to just a few self-hypnosis techniques that have to do with your mind. So we sometimes have thought loops that are kind of continual and we can't break through them. Did you know that your subconscious mind doesn't really recognize the word don't, but it does recognize the word cancel. So on this one, if you have a thought loop, maybe you're thinking of getting a snack, but you know you're not hungry, or you're, wanting to, I don't know, to do something else isn't the best thing that you should do for yourself, and you want to break that thought loop that you're in. So you simply say cancel, cancel, cancel. And for me, when I say cancel, 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 I actually imagine a symbol. So on the first cancel, I'll see it crossed out with a red X. On the next cancel, I'll see it, a circle with a line through it across the word cancel. On the third cancel, I'll see it, a strike through. And so you just cancel, 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 and break that thought loop and go do something that's better for you. Now, also, I read a book called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, where if you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then move your body, you can do something that you want to do or would rather do. I, for one, can talk myself out of it within the count of 5, so I've changed it to 3, 2, 1, action. So if I want to make a phone call, 3, 2, 1, pick up my phone and dial it. Or if I want to go do laundry or something, then 3, 2, 1, get up and go do it. So it's 3, 2, 1, move your body, and moving your body breaks the brain thought kind of cycle that you're in. So that's something you can do. Another one is called keyword, where you write a goal statement, and within that goal statement, you come up with a keyword that represents that goal. So whenever you're trying to reach a goal, thinking of that keyword will help you. The example that I have in your curriculum is you could say nutritious foods satisfy me physically, mentally, and emotionally. And then the key word could be satisfied. So if you're looking for something to eat and you see a bag of vegetables, just say satisfy and remind yourself that that is something that will satisfy your body. The next one is a mind movie, where you create a movie in your mind of something that you would like to do. I'm sure you've heard me say that I would like to be an author and a speaker. And so I see myself with a book, at a bookstore or at least on Amazon. And then I also see myself with a microphone and with hundreds of people. And so those two things are mind movies that I like to enact in my own mind. And then I fill that mind movie with emotion. It feels so good to be there, and passion and purpose. And replaying mind movies like that really helps you accomplish your goals. And that's something you can do before bed or just anytime you need a relaxing break. Now, moving on to two techniques that I call that are kind of spiritually related. The next one is called the sway test. So did you know that you can access a yes or no response from your subconscious mind? And if you can't consciously or logically make a decision, you can close your eyes and use this strategy. So the sway test, in order to do it with your body, and you can do it sitting down or standing up, but if you were standing up, and just have your feet kind of shoulder width apart and relax your body. And then say that you were trying to decide, our exchange student did this actually this last year. She couldn't decide between the green or pink water bottle, and she just met me. So I didn't tell her anything about the sway technique. I said, well, just hold the pink water bottle to you and see what happens. And she swayed forward. And I said, okay, now hold the green one. And she swayed backwards. And I said, well, obviously you like the pink one better than the green one because you swayed forward. It was called the sway technique. And she's like, whoa, that's amazing. Recently, actually, I was trying to decide what dress to wear to officiate a wedding. And the bride had talked about a beige dress, but there also was blue in the wedding. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what if I should wear the beige dress or blue dress. So I, held each dress up. The beige I swung back just to be sure. The blue one I swung forward. So I wore the blue dress. And there were so many different types of blue in that wedding. My dress was a perfect match. And I'm so glad I didn't show up in a beige dress. I would have really stood out. So it's very helpful in making simple decisions like that, called a sway test. Another spiritual technique is to believe in a good higher power. So if you believe in God or universal divine source, it opens up the subconscious mind to positivity. So if you were just to remember that God is for you and God is with you, that automatically opens up your subconscious processing of your mind. And also to believe that God is good and loving is the main factor of a healthy brain. And so I found that out in a book called How God Changes Your Brain. So they did this study, and people that believed that God was good had that literally the healthiest brain. So that was really cool. Now, in my opinion, I'd like to add that it's not good for your mental or physical health if you believe God is not loving or sends people to hell. So I hope you have a bigger and better picture of God than that. All right, so finally, I'd like to share a self-hypnosis technique that I have used to eliminate behaviors from my life. So in May of 2015, you may have heard me tell this story that I went to a group hypnosis session. I got a ticket on Living Social for $20. It was called Slender in Seattle. And Robert Felix was the hypnotist, and he at one point suggested that he will write down on the board for us any foods that we want to remove from our life. Well, I was struggling to stay away from Oreo cookies and graham crackers in the evening, and I needed help with that. So that must have been what I named. And after that session, that was May of 2015, I've not eaten an Oreo cookie or a graham cracker, nor could I if one was put in my hand, even to this day. And that's why I became a certified hypnotherapist, because it's such an important tool. I've also since then been able to remove several foods and behaviors from my life. So here's the food list. I cannot eat smoked almonds or cashews or chocolate sauce or chocolate chips or wheat thins or Triscuits. Those are all things I've tried to give up. I couldn't do it on my own, so I hypnotized myself not to eat any of those. I also hypnotized myself not to play solitaire on the computer. I can pull up a game and I simply cannot play it, which saves a lot of time. One of my clients in her self-hypnosis session asked to be hypnotized to no longer eat Reese's peanut butter cups. And so the next week she went to the store and she was tired and hungry, and she went, oh, just forget it. I'm just going to have a Reese's peanut butter cup. And she went to reach for it and she couldn't even take it off the shelf. She was so excited that that had been eliminated from her life. She called me and said, I couldn't eat it. I couldn't even take one off the shelf, and she hasn't eaten one since. So that's really great, just to be relieved of some of those things that bother us. So now I'm going to go over the self-hypnosis technique just so that you have kind of a description of it in this learning video. I'm also going to record this in the guided meditation, and so you can listen to my voice. And so here we go. Okay, so you write down or have in mind a specific food or another habit that you want to eliminate from your life, or something you want to enhance in your life. The best time to employ the self-hypnosis technique is before you fall asleep at night or when you first wake up in the morning. So first you make a fist so tight, and you can use both of your fists actually, and then you release your fists and say yes. And that sense of relaxation that you feel in your hands when you release your fists, let that sense of relaxation flow throughout your body. Then you've got your eyes closed and you focus on relaxing the muscles around your eyes as though your eyes just won't open. They're so relaxed. Keeping your eyes shut, you slowly raise your eyebrows 3 times. And as you lower your eyebrows, let that become a wave of relaxation throughout your body. Then it's called a body sweep, where you imagine relaxation from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, and then back up from the soles of your feet to the top of your head. Imagine deeply relaxed, and a warm, comfortable feeling is flowing through you. And then you will, having your eyes closed, you put your hand in front of your eyes and open your eyes and look at your hand. And then as you sweep your hand down, your eyes close. I'd like you to do that 6 times. And it's just going to get harder and harder to open your eyes. And each time you close your eyes, imagine deeply relaxed and go twice as deeply relaxed. Now, in the future, when you use this technique a lot, you don't actually have to put your hand in front of your eyes. You can imagine your hand in front of your eyes as you open and close, and it's still just as effective. Now, with your eyes still closed, focus on your good feeling of rest and lift one hand just a couple inches off your body and let it fall. And when you do that, you're proving to your body that you are very relaxed. So you do that with both hands. Now your body is very relaxed, so we're going to move on to mental relaxation, which is really simple by counting back from 100 to about 93, 92, 91. It shouldn't be any more than 90. And you just imagine the number 100 and then let it float away, either floating to the left or the right or just away from you somehow. And then you imagine deeply relaxed. 99. Just imagine it floating away, you're deeply relaxed. 98, and as you continue to do that, even if you only imagine the numbers or if you say them in a slight whisper, when you get down to about 93 or 92, 91 or 90, you're just not going to want to count anymore. It's hard to even remember what numbers is next, and you know that you're mentally relaxed. So now with your eyes still closed, you roll your eyes back and forth, then in a figure 8, and then in a circle one way or another. And you can do that 1, 2, or 3 times just to cross that brain barrier between your left and right brain and feel even deeply relaxed. Now finally, we're ready. And you would name and repeat what you intend to eliminate from your life. And you can say cancel, cancel, cancel. You can say I will cancel. I cancel, fill in the blank, and will not do it anymore. I cancel and will not do it anymore. And then you repeat that statement until you feel totally accepting of your new reality. Now, the next time you do this whole technique, you wouldn't want to do this next step immediately after canceling. You'll want to go through all the steps again. And this one is you name or repeat what you intend to enhance in your life by saying, I intend, resolve, and will to fill in the blank, and I see myself doing it now. Excuse me. I really try not to sneeze. All right. So I intend, resolve, and will to fill in the blank, and I see myself doing it now. All right, and so you just keep saying that until you can see yourself doing what you want to do to enhance a behavior in your life. Then after that, you count from 9 to 0, becoming more awake with each number, and then go ahead and open your eyes. All right, well, those are all the self-hypnosis techniques that I have in mind for us today. And I look forward to our one-on-one session where I can help you with these, and then you can learn to do it for yourself. And to you, I say, namaste. The divine in me celebrates the divine in you. We'll see you soon.